What's good, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Michael, and today we're going to be talking about perception. Why? Because perception defines your reality. And I am going to apologize in advance for anybody who clicked on this video thinking it was going to be an exercise-related one. It's not. So feel free to click away and watch my other 100 videos. But on the plus side, we do have an Omar Isuf-inspired nature background, so that definitely is a plus. So let's get right into the video. Perception. Perception defines your reality. How is that so? Well, first let's prove this statement. Who's to say that this makes two? Who's to say that these are fists? Who's to say that the words that I'm speaking right now have the meaning that you're giving them? Who's to say that? We do, right? Because we set rules and regulations and we agree upon what certain things mean. And because we say this means this and that means that, it does. And if you think about it, if we couldn't agree on a number system or any form of communication, if we couldn't agree on things, we wouldn't have houses, cameras, computers, we wouldn't have cars, we wouldn't have nearly anything, essentially. We wouldn't have anything to call our own as far as human invention. That's good and great. But this is the 21st century, right? You're not here to take a history lesson. Let's be honest, you wouldn't want me to be your history professor anyways. So how does this have relevance to you, and why are you watching this video right now? The reason I made this video is because if we can change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And yes, I did just copyright that quote, so I'll quote it right here. But essentially what that means is if we can change what we think we're looking at, then we can change how we act and react on it. Therefore, not only do we change the present, we change the future. And down the line, we end up changing the past as well. So last week we talked about negative motivation, right? Some are going to be put down by it. Others are going to rise up to the occasion. They're going to step up to the plate. Why? Because of how they perceive it. Now I'm going to share a personal story of mine. This is more anecdotal evidence, but I'm going to share it. And since it was a while ago, I'm more comfortable sharing it with you guys. But I think it will give you some value. So when I was younger, I took a Hobbes perspective on society, which is essentially people are negative, they're condescending, they don't want to help you, they just want to help themselves. They don't care about the whole, as long as they're going up, they're fine with it. They don't care about anybody else. They'll step right on top of you. This is the perspective that I took for a while. And I started to close people out of my life because of this perspective. And every little thing that I saw, that I thought I saw, everything that I thought I saw, I automatically interpreted as supporting that point of view. And this is a psychology term known as the self-serving bias. You look for information that proves your point. But then somewhere down the line, luckily, I changed my perspective gradually over time and found out that people weren't that bad. There are good people out there. You just have to find them. And once I took this perspective, I started to get more involved. I started contributing to society. And then I altered the direction of my life completely. So that's my personal advice. But here's another example for you. I could tell you one sentence right now, and I could say one sentence to 6 different people, and all 6 people could interpret it differently. Why? And okay, this is a good quote. This is a quote that I made up myself. People hear what they want to hear, not what you have to say, right? So I could say a sentence, or this has happened to you. You've sent a text before, and you meant it one way, but someone interpreted it completely different. Why? Because of their current state, how they perceived it to be. It had nothing to do with you. It had everything to do with them. We have the eyes. Whoever is the beholder of the eyes determines what the world looks like. There's probably a quote somewhere out there, so feel free to share that if you'd like. So now we agree, or now that we hopefully agree. If you don't, comment down below. I'd be more than welcome to have a conversation with you. Not to change your opinion, but just to bounce ideas off of each other. But hopefully what we can agree on now is that your perception defines your reality, right? So what this boils down to, what we're going to conclude this video to be, is what have you been telling yourself is fact? What have you been telling yourself is the truth? What have you been refusing to accept? Because ultimately, it's that belief system, and as the beholder of vision, you, the beholder of the eyes, you have all the power to decide what's happening now and what can happen in the future. What have you been telling yourself is the truth? What have you been telling yourself is the fact? That's all I got for this video, guys. See you in the next one.